Hello everyone and welcome to one more YouTube resume review. Let's get started. The first resume we have today is an anonymous resume and I'll go over the positives first. So it's a single page resume. I like the clear formatting and I like that you have mentioned your personal projects and I understand there's links to these projects as well. Unfortunately, since this is an anonymous one, I can't look at your GitHub profile. And let's look at the ways to improve this resume. So the first comment I have is at the top, the summary or objective is very generic. It's not customized. So try to customize this part and try to be job specific and avoid being too generic, like inclined towards web development and continuously exploring other technologies. So avoid these generic sentences. It doesn't bring any value. Second comment, you don't need your school education. Just your university education is fine and you don't need to include your GPA on your resume as well. Since you do have some work experience and some projects, I'd prefer to get those up top on your resume. Right after the profile or summary section, you can have your work experience because you actually have a software work experience. And the final comment I have is you don't need to include your spoken languages on your resume. So anonymous, hope that helps. So let's move over to the next resume. We have Dhruvi Bhatt. So for Dhruvi, let's go over the positives first. So I see you have your technical skills listed. It's a simple format, easy to read. And you have your GitHub listed. So let's look at your GitHub. I'll quickly go over, I'll randomly pick just one repository. All right, that's okay. I see there's a lot of descriptions with your projects. So Dhruvi, let's focus on how you can improve your resume. First of all, for anyone who's just starting their career, even within 5 to 10 years of experience, two-page resume is a big no-no because if a hiring manager only has 15 to 20 seconds, how much can they how much information can they get out of your resume if it's 2 pages, right? So try to get your resume down to a single page. And my next comment would be how to do that. So if you look at the descriptions for each of these sections, you have 5 to 8 to 10 even nested bullet points, right? So you don't need that. 2 to 3 lines under each section is enough. So you don't need to say everything you did for those responsibilities. Just what you did, what achievement did you have, and basically use a star method. What was the situation? What the task you had? What was the challenges? What actions did you take? And what was the result? So 2 to 3 lines is okay. Other than that, same comment as the first resume. Don't include your pre-university education and no need to include multiple academic institutions, just the last one, the latest one, and the GPA is not required. So lead with education if you don't have any work experience. Lead with work experience if you do have work experience. Dhruvi, hope that helps. So let's go to the next resume and we have Dishant. So let's go over the positives first. It's a single page resume. I like the format of this resume. I see there's personal projects. I see you have taken part in some competitions and hackathons. And I do see that you have your website listed, your LinkedIn, your GitHub. So let's look at your GitHub. Randomly pick just one repository. All right. So Dishant, let's identify the places where you can improve on your resume. And this comment is actually both for Dishant and Dhruvi. So on both of your GitHub repos don't have a README. So I understand you can have many repositories, but choose few and have proper documentation on those GitHub profiles, on those GitHub repositories, I mean, and those would be what's this repository for, what project it is, what did you do, just so that if someone is having a glance at those repositories, they could have an idea and they don't have to look at your code to understand. So that comment is a general comment, and that goes for anyone. Pick few repositories and really polish those with code refactoring, some good readmes, so that you can put those on your resume. Um, and starting with Dishan's profile or summary, there's only one line, and that's probably the first line a recruiter or hiring manager will read. My every experience is making me perfect. So there's few issues. First thing is you have some words capitalized, which is indicating a grammatical mistake. You don't need to capitalize these specific words. But the major point here is you're coming off as arrogant. I understand that you don't mean to, but like no one is perfect. And the last thing you want to sound on your resume is arrogant. So try to rephrase that line. Student gold medalist, again, doesn't tell me much. If you're applying for, let's say, a full stack dev position, um, you are a student, that's okay. But how you being a student and gold medalist bring value to the company. So try to relate to the job. So um, 3 years of full stack experience with a modern stack, having built multiple distributed applications is much better than student and gold medalist, right? Just giving an example. And and again, you don't need your spoken languages mentioned on your resume. So other than that, all good. And understand that all these resume reviews are basic resume review. So I'm not going too much in depth. So typically in my professional resume reviews, I spend few hours for each resume review, and that's based on uh, each job description. So custom resume review. So try to get some more reviews from other professionals in the industry. Hope this helps, and I'll see you in the next YouTube resume review. Take care and all the best for your career.